Hey guys, Jack from Rogers Security here, partnering with Pipl Systems to bring you another video of the Ajax ecosystem. Today we're not doing a video focusing specifically on one point or another. We're going to bring you through this whole residential project to highlight all of the facts and features of all of the Ajax devices that we've installed here so far. Little side note, we are still tidying up some cabling and such, so you will see some of my guys walking around in some of these points. That's okay. They're all pretty, don't worry about it. So right now what we got for you to start off with, at the front door, we have the Ajax DoorBell. We also have a Yale integrated lock on the front door. There's a second one on the inside on the garage as well. What we're gonna try and show you right now is kind of how your notification process goes and how the actual functionality goes of the doorbell itself once we install it. So right now you'll see that we're not getting a notification even though me and my cameraman are standing out front. And the reason being is because we've already had that come off and there's a delay in between notifications. So say if you're mowing the lawn or something like that, it's not gonna keep ding, 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 dinging off on your phone all day, okay? So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna press the button here. You'll see I already got the doorbell button pressed on my app. If we tap that notification, it brings you right into the doorbell screen. What you're gonna see here, you can hit the talk button, you can talk through the app, and it'll come right through the phone, right? Let's mute that so you don't hear me twice. What you can do from there, your kids come over, right? You have family stop by, something like that. You want to let somebody in your house, but you're going to be maybe 5 minutes coming back from the grocery store, picking up dinner or something. Down in the middle of the screen at the bottom, you'll see this little oval icon. If you tap that, that brings up your home automation devices. So what that will actually do will allow you to unlock or lock the front door right from there. So as you can hear and as you see, the door just locked. We didn't have to exit the app. We didn't have to cycle back and forth. You wouldn't even have to get up off your butt to do this. That's just one of the great features that we have in store for you today. So you see at the side of the house here, we've got two cameras up top. We have two different scenes for you and the reasoning why we chose two different cameras. So the camera looking towards the front is your standard Ajax turret cam. The reason why we picked the standard one, and I'm going to explain what the difference is in a second. We have some lighting here from the garage, street lights out front. We have enough lighting here for the basic Ajax camera to do color at night functionality, right? What we have on the other side here is what's called an Ajax Turret Cam HL. The reason why it's high illumination, meaning there's two LEDs on it, which will help brighten up this space where you have no lighting or minimal lighting to still give you that color image at night. So what we have here, once we pop in, you'll see here is an example, right? This is the backyard camera that we're showing on the screen here. Again, there's minimal lighting in the back, so we do have an HL back there as well. This is the kind of quality that you get during the daytime. What we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer you to a clip here to show what the difference is at night with no extra lights turned on in the backyard, so you can see the difference between the standard and the high illumination and what that can do for you, especially in your hard to reach areas with lighting. So the next piece of kit that we want to cover here is what's called an outdoor motion viewer, specifically the high mount version. So the original version you have to mount at 4.5 feet. They had a lot of requests for something that could be mounted higher. The reasoning being for vandalism, such like that, right? Came from both dealers and customers. So what this allows you to do, you'll see I just requested a photo in my app. Essentially, it allows you to cover areas that you can't run cables to, or maybe like this here, it's just a small square footage and is not really valuable enough to run a full camera. So you can see in here that it's requested the photo, it's just popped up. So let's open this up. You can see me and my handsome cameraman there in the photo clearly. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna cover the gate, right? The gated area, people coming over the fence, that kind of thing. Because we do have the camera towards the front, but we have some trees and some shrubbery and greenery in the way, so it blocks the backyard. So basically this high mount MotionCam is gonna cover this area that we're missing from our camera footage. Again, just basically allows you to get that accessibility. What this will do as well, when you're arming your security system at night, or when you're arming it in a way, if someone were to intrude through this space, it again, before they even get to your doors or your windows, will alert you and the monitoring station of any sort of intrusion. So at the back of the house here, what we have is what you would think would be a standard motion detector. What this is called is an Ajax CombiProtect. From this little dot that you might see in the front here, what this indicates is that this isn't just a motion protect, it's also got a glass break sensor built into it. If you see inside of the app there, you can see you have settings for both the motion and the glass break individually. You can also see it's set up in a follower mode, which basically means that if an entry exit isn't triggered, this acts as an instant alarm. So if someone were to cut through the glass, break the glass, come through the window, this would instantly set off the security system with the help of that built-in glass break sensor. What we have over here to protect the back door, we have the Ajax DoorProtect. What we have on this one here, this is what's called an instant alarm as well, as no one would use this as an entry door. So if someone were to creep open this door here, that would instantly set the alarm off. Doesn't give you the time to go to your keypad, disarm, anything like that. As you can see in the app here, right? It says the door is open. You can see at the bottom, we have the instant alarm turned on. And then what we've also done here in this situation specifically is we've utilized the smaller magnet that comes in the box with the DoorProtect. The standard magnet is the same size as the door sensor itself, but because of the awkward framing that's around this door, we were able to secure it by utilizing that mini magnet. So what we have here is an Ajax smart socket, specifically the North American version. Many people might think that a smart socket, okay, great, you can turn on and turn off your lights. The thing is that even something as simple as a socket with Ajax gives you so much more information than just on and off, right? You can see here, as a basic example, you can hit the enable button there. You see the color change. So that power switch is on now. What you get when you go into the device in the app is you can see that the device is active, what the current power draw is, what the voltage is coming through it, and you can actually see what the energy consumed over a specific period of time is as well. If you go into the settings, right, that's where you can reset the energy consumption. Another thing that you can do here that a lot of people find very important is when you're gone, especially during the day or later at night, and you want to make it look like somebody's home, right? You want to make it look like there's somebody in the premises so that they don't get enticed for vandalism. They have scenarios which you can then create for arming and disarming. So essentially what you can do is you can set it so that every time you arm the system, it turns on, a table lamp or maybe a floor lamp or something like that in one of the rooms so it looks like somebody's home. So now we're here at the front entry of this residential project. You'll see we have another door contact up on here. One thing that we like to do at Rogers Security is make all of your devices look as discreet as possible. So you'll see here we actually took a black magnet and a white sensor and color matched both of these different colored units here, right? Just kind of makes it blend in a little bit more. After a week or so, you won't even remember that they're there. Above it here, what we have is what's called the HomeSiren. So this is more of a residential. There is a commercial double-deck StreetSiren that we will show you a little bit later on in the video. Typically, this is loud enough to be able to go through a 2-story home, and everyone will be alerted if something were to happen, okay? What we have coming up here next is this is the touchscreen keypad. So what this basically allows you to do is it allows you to access scenarios, arming and disarming, and you also have panic buttons set up. What these little waves at the bottom mean is this also has Bluetooth functionality. So you can set up on your phone to have this set up as a Bluetooth card reader. There is also Ajax cards and fobs that you can have as well. Basically you come up, you touch it. So instead of punching in a keypad, you just tap your fob or tap your phone and it'll automatically unlock for you, okay? The next part we have moving on up here, this is what's called an indoor MotionCam. So this is the same kind of idea of effect as is with the outdoor MotionCam that we highlighted earlier. Something that I've had done with this that I've created on my own on a scenario is that when someone disarms or arms the system, it'll actually take a snapshot and send it to my phone. So say you have small kids, right? They're coming home from school, you're not home yet from work, they come in, they disarm the keypad. You have that picture here to show you exactly who's coming in, who's disarming. You can see that your kids are by themselves, right? That they haven't brought friends over to have a party, or even more importantly, that nobody's followed them in, okay? If we pop into the app here, you can see that I've already requested the photo. It just downloaded up to the phone there. So again, you can see here, the light's kind of killing it a little bit, but you can clearly see a person at the door, person by the stairs. You can even see down into the hallway towards the back of the home, right? Beyond that, this is the same kind of thing where you can pop into the device itself. You go into the scenarios as it is there, and then you can click what you want it to do. So if in an alarm, you know what? Let's just go through this for a minute here. So you can pick alarm events. You can see that we have the front door here. So if you tap on that, when the front door goes into alarm, this is set to take a picture. Now, one thing, it will already take a picture because this would go into alarm as well. But just for the sake of the video, you hit next, take a photo when armed. You can name it front door entry. So now what'll happen is every time this front door goes into alarm, that MotionCam will automatically take a picture even if it hasn't gone into alarm yet. So what we have out here next, as I promised, this is the double deck StreetSiren. This is more of your commercial StreetSiren. What this is the decibels are extremely loud, like beyond the fact of what the HomeSiren can do. But you also get this ring around the outside, which is actually a red LED. So if this goes into alarm, it'll also flash a big bright red LED at the same time. What we have here is one of two ways that we can protect things like overhead doors and such like that that may be difficult to get to. This is an outdoor motion curtain. And what this does essentially is it creates a laser wall going all the way across. The reason we went with the outdoor is because, as we know, in Canadian winters, it can get pretty cold outside. And what this does is this just gives you a little bit of a lower temperature that this device works at compared to an indoor curtain. Another one which we don't have installed currently is the DoorProtect Plus. And essentially what we do is we mount that on the top of the garage here. And what that does is it has a tilt sensor in it. So as soon as this garage door starts opening and surpasses 5 degrees, that's what activates this sensor and starts the alarm process. So another thing I'd like to touch base on while we're out here in the garage is this relay module. So what this will allow us to do is will allow us to lock into specific garage doors. They have to have a dry contact on them, but essentially we can integrate your garage door into the Ajax system as well. You can open this either through your app, through scenarios that you set up on the touchscreen keypad, which we showed you earlier. You can also integrate a push button, a physical push button that you can keep with you, kind of like a garage door opener. The main benefit to this in comparison to a regular garage door opener is the signal that comes out of here is encrypted. Whereas a regular garage door opener, they can be scanned, they can be copied. This is an encrypted signal going back and forth to tell your garage to open. One thing as well that I'd like to mention that we currently unfortunately do not have an inventory for this video, but is being released soon, and we will make a video on that in the future, is your outdoor keypad for your garage entry. It's the same kind of deal, right? So this one out here runs on batteries, wirelessly connects back to the garage door opener. We can also install an outdoor Ajax keypad, which we'll show you a picture of here as well, so you get an idea of what it looks like. Also very sleek and very modern. But again, sends the same encrypted signal to your garage door to open instead of a regular copyable signal. Next stop on the tour, what we have is the leak detector and what's called a WaterStop. So this WaterStop, I just want to touch on base first. It's essentially a ball valve with an Ajax actuator put on top, which would be integrated into your system. The ball valve comes in 1 inch, 3/4, and 1/2 inch, so it fits 99% of water lines in homes. In tandem with that, what we have is a Ajax Leaks Detect. And essentially what we've done here is we've set up a little scenario to show you the water sensor and how it works with the automatic shutoff valve. Okay, so I have a small plate of water here. You can see in the app that the water supply, green means that it's on. You can see right through there that the valve is open. So if we tap the 2 of the metal prongs into the water, you'll see the red Ajax lights up for alarm. I'm getting alerts through my phone, and the valve is closing. This typically was set up underneath a dishwasher. So what that essentially happens is if the dishwasher springs a leak, this detects it, immediately shuts off the water to your home. And what that does is minimizes the damage that the water would happen. Our typical scenarios for having these installed, insurance a lot is recommending, almost demanding, that you have some sort of flood detection, flood safety devices in your home now, because they're getting claims even higher than what fire damage is doing to you. Essentially, the main spots for these are dishwashers, washing machines, sump pumps, and hot water tanks. We frequently install these in homes, especially newer builds, and especially in places where we can't get cabling to these areas anymore. So now we're in the utility room of the residential project. In here we have the singular basement window. So what we've done is we've installed a glass break sensor here. Essentially what I do is I call these kind of an entry window, right? Because they're a little bit smaller. People could very easily kick these in, slide in through the window. They do have extra locks on them to prevent them from being jimmied open. Second point of contact that we have in here, because we have the furnace, is we have the Ajax FireProtect 2, and this one specifically is the heat, smoke, and CO model. So it'll detect anything from fires to gas leaks, I don't know, maybe even a motor overheating. You know, you can catch that early as well. Essentially in here you'll see as well that the glass break has this little icon next to it, which means arming in night mode. So even at night, when your motions are off, the glass is still protected by the glass break because it will arm itself in night mode. The smoke detector itself is on 24 hours, so it always runs, whether your system is armed or disarmed. So last stop on the tour, we get your main brains down here in the basement. So we have the Ajax MVR, which again is controlling and recording all of the video surveillance devices. We have the Ajax hub up top, which I do just want to mention as I see it now. You see the difference between the white light and the green light. So these aren't just color coordination that was thought of by Ajax, but they actually have meaning. What the green light means is that it only has one form of communication. So essentially what happens is this is on the network, so the cameras will still record and the cameras will still save the recording to the NVR. You just unfortunately won't be able to have access through your phone at this point. There is a different model of NVR that has an HDMI port in it, which will allow you to connect a monitor to still allow you to come locally to review and pull footage from a screen. You see the hub is white. The reason being from that is because one, it's connected into our network, but it also has a SIM card in it for cellular backup in case your internet goes down. On top of that, it also has a battery built into it, which lasts for a minimum of 16 hours. We have personally seen it last for over 28 hours from disconnection. The switch up here basically is what unifies all of the cameras and the network between our home network, these two devices, and the cameras around the project. And then that's where 99% of your settings are going to come from here. When you go into the app and you go into the hub, you go into the settings for the hub, you'll see this is where you can connect your Wi-Fi if you want to. Obviously we have this one hardwired, so we didn't have the Wi-Fi turned on. This is where you'll enter in your keypad codes. And from here you can actually change and edit and do whatever you need to do. Another step that people don't really know about is you can add a duress code. So what a duress code is when you're at the keypad, if you're being forcibly disarmed, meaning someone followed you into your home or your business and they're forcing you to disarm the alarm on the keypad, what you can do is you can type in an alternate code that you set inside the app, and what that'll do is send out a silent panic to the monitoring station. On premise, everything will disarm as normal, so you'll get no normal or no extra speaker noises. You'll get no notifications from the keypad. Nothing else will happen, but the monitoring station will get that panic and police will then be dispatched to your house. This is a feature that a lot of people really underestimate, but I think is prime and very important. Other than that, from the app as well, you have users. So what they are is users, right? That's for the app using it on its own. So in here you have different settings where you can change which notifications that you're getting, how you want your alarms even perceived. So the default is for critical alarms, which what a critical alarm is it'll bypass your phone being on vibrate, kind of like what an Amber Alert does, right? If your phone's on vibrate, it still makes noise, it still sends you the information through, even if you're on Do Not Disturb, anything like that. So it pushes through all of your silencing to make sure that you get that alarm coming through. There's a few other notifications through here, which, push notifications through the app themselves. SMS, so the system will actually send you text messages so that you can record exactly what's happening if you need to forward that off to somebody. Sometimes a text is a little bit easier. And then there's also the phone call option. We've never turned on a phone call option because we always do the monitoring, and the monitoring station will call you as soon as the alarm goes off anyways. So there's really no need for that. It actually may hinder as it may tie up the line. But if you're doing a self-monitored or non-monitored account, this might be something to wake you up in the middle of the night, something like that, a little bit extra on top of the critical alert to let you know that something is happening. Beyond that, we got a couple of different permissions. So especially commercially, this stuff kind of really helps, right? Because you could have a water stop valve in a commercial setting, but you don't want everyone in your business to have access to turning on and turning off the water, whether it's because you think someone's going to do something purposefully, or someone's just excited about this great Ajax app that they're just going to start pressing buttons and flipping around with everything, right? You don't want them to turn off the water to your building, not know how they did it. All of a sudden you go to wash your hands or flush the toilet, and all of a sudden you get in water, right? So you can control what their permissions are in here. Also with the fire alarms, the security management via Bluetooth is like I showed you upstairs for the keypad for the phone. And then the in-app panic button is what this panic is referring to. So essentially, if we plot back out here and we go to your control page, so this shows you your arming and disarming. The panic button, although it's a great asset, I have to mind you to be careful because it is a large button on the screen. We have had 3 or 4 clients in past leave the app open, slide the pocket into their phone, all of a sudden the police are showing up. Okay, so I do caution that. There is, like I said, physical buttons, which not only is great for home automation, but can also be used for panic and hold up. We strongly recommend that you go to a physical button rather than just the in-app. We will leave the in-app open for you. It's completely on your own. In this control mode, since I haven't really spoken about it yet as well, you have your chimes. So the little bell underneath the night mode logo, which I just turned on, you'll see you get a notification for that as well. Once it's filled in, that means your chimes are on. So essentially every time, we have it set up for the front door right now, so every time you open and close the front door, you'll get some beeping through the siren to let you know the door is open and closed. Great commercially, pick and choose residentially, but essentially alerts you if someone is opening these doors. On another note, a quick access to all of your home automation stuff, a quick swipe up on the main control screen, and that again brings you to all of your home automation devices. If you had more, you just keep swiping, it'll keep showing all your devices, right? Turn on and off your sockets, lock and unlock your doors right from here. Going on vacation, forgot to turn the water off before leaving for a month, turn the water off right here in the app, right? There's so many things you can do with this Ajax ecosystem, so many things being added time over time. This group of guys here has been vastly improving over the 2.5 to 3 years that they've been in North America now. They've been in business for over a decade, mostly in Europe. We are slowly in drips and drabs getting stuff sent over this way as they, figure out ULC certifications and sort of our specific needs compared to European needs. I tell you, I cannot get enough every time they have a special event and show me what's coming up. When's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? We'll keep you guys updated on new devices as they come around. But for now, like I said, I'm Jack with Rogers Security. Pipl Systems doing the video with us. Great helping hand. Love those guys over there. If you have any questions, again, 905-319-3244. Hit us up at rogers-security.com. Social links in our feeds over here, right? So servicing Southern Ontario, always looking to grow, spreading fast. We got a few clients that are nationwide actually. So, maybe you're in Alberta, maybe you're in Saskatchewan, maybe you're out on the East Coast, give us a shout, If you guys have any questions or if we can help you in any sort of way, we'd be more than happy to do that. We cover everything from assessments to security design to installation to 24/7 monitoring. Give us a holler. We'll get it back at you. Have a great day.